What's going on, everyone? It's Brian here, and welcome to my first documentary. Today, we'll be talking about the former Conrail high car detectors. The high car detectors were first made in about the 80s, I think, since Conrail was first made in 1976, which is on April Fool's Day. And speaking of which, it's almost their anniversary when it was first built before Norfolk Southern took over. So anyway, the Conrail detector was founded in most areas, and the detectors were used to have those two huge, one of those two huge how to describe it it's those powering things that makes that you can't feel or hear it, but it's those two things that is along with those old detector things that the train trips on with. They used to have for example, they used to have a defect detector for Porter, Indiana at milepost 482 for many years. The voice was still the same, especially in the 80s and 90s, 2000s and 2010. It was a great voice because the voice was calm, I think, and every time when a lower ring train, which is 365, passes there, it gives an actual count of 32, which is usually a 8-car train. However, there was, if I remember correctly, there has been a detour on that route which made freight trains go there, which I was told on a YouTube video where or on the rail fair saying on rail stream because because according to some people on there was a accident there back in I think last year, but yeah, all the trains had to take a detour onto the Amtrak line if they want to get to their destination. The Conrail defect detector was common in some areas back in the 90s, but it wasn't so popular when some of them had to be replaced with a new voice or script saying that makes the detector work. The Chicago line had about, I think, 3 or 4 of them. I'm not really sure, but there was one in Porter at 482, which ran from about the same. I would have to say about around the same time when Conrail was still in use when they first installed those detectors. Unfortunately, as of December 23rd, 2021, I think, I was told I saw a YouTube video of where this user goes by the name of Amtrak 3501 that there has been a new defect detector at 482, which is now runs with the call sign of Norfolk Southern, and it sounds kind of weird because I find it weird because the defect detector there is kind of weird. So yeah, the Conrail defect detectors, when they were first made, they were for example, there's one video of them saying Conrail high car defect detector CP482, and it showed you that it told you where the 482 detector was, and before that, it's been around for a long time. So like the defect detector was in use for about, since it was in the 80s, I would have to say about, it's either 38, 39, or 40 years, I think. And they had a replacement with NS. And another thing I wanted to do documentary about is the documentary of the how NS was first formed. Or no, not NS first formed. That will be next. How rail crossings were updated in many years. The rail crossings were first made in around the 20s. No, I don't think they had that back then. I think it was the 50s. I can't remember, but it used to have mechanical bells back then. Conrail installed some singles on the Norfolk Southern Chicago line in the 1980s, but some were replaced with bells. No, it used to have they have a old Conrail single over at Calumet Road over in downtown Chesterton, which was used to have those two General Singles Type 2 E-bells, which was replaced with a cantilever and two General Singles Type 3 E-bells. I don't think it's the first time I heard that singing in the distance, because there's also a General Singles Type 3 E-bell in downtown Elkhart, Indiana, which is not too far to where I rail fan at that point. So yeah, my advice for you guys if you go rail fanning is make sure you have a scanner, and if y'all don't have a tripod, I understand some people like to do it near the tracks, but I find that dangerous in my opinion. So yeah, that's why I have to keep away from the tracks. So anyway, stay safe out there. Hope you guys enjoyed this about an 8-minute documentary. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. This is me signing off.